INFJs are often seen as the gentle souls of the world, kind, compassionate, and deeply introspective. We move through life with a strong moral compass, always striving to do what's right. We listen, we understand, we care. People perceive us as warm, patient, and, above all, harmless. But what if I told you that beneath this calm exterior, there exists something else, something raw, something untamed? There is a part of us that simmers beneath the surface, a force so potent, so deeply buried, that even we struggle to acknowledge it. It's not just anger, it's not just passion. It is something primal, a hidden fire that we suppress in favor of being good. This is the part of us that society tells us to lock away. The part that sees through deception, that refuses to tolerate injustice, that will fight when the line has been crossed. It is the wolf waiting behind the lamb, but what if suppressing this side does more harm than good? What if the true power of an INFJ lies not in choosing between the lamb and the wolf, but in embracing both? Today, we're going to explore this hidden side, the part of you that rarely sees the light of day, the part that others underestimate, but should never provoke. And by the end of this, you may just see yourself in a completely different way. Before we dive deep, take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you're ready to step into your full power. And drop a comment if you've ever felt the wolf stirring inside you. Now, let's begin. The INFJ dilemma. Why we suppress the wolf. From the moment we are old enough to understand the world, INFJs are taught to be good, to be kind, to be patient, to take the high road even when it's painful. We become the listeners, the healers, the peacemakers. We learn that our role is to understand others, to absorb their emotions, to carry their burdens, sometimes at the expense of our own. And for a long time, we embrace this. It feels natural. We want to help, to heal, to be the ones others can count on. But over time, something happens. We take on too much. We listen too long. We forgive when we shouldn't. We hold back words that should be spoken. We let things slide that should be confronted. And we tell ourselves it's the right thing to do. Until one day, something shifts. The patience wears thin. The understanding turns into exhaustion. The quiet acceptance starts to feel like suppression. And then, deep within, something long buried begins to stir. The wolf awakens, and when it does not ask for permission. The blue moon awakening. When INFJs break, most people will never see an INFJ truly snap. Why? Because we suppress it so well. But when it happens, when we reach our breaking point, it's like a volcano erupting after centuries of dormancy. Imagine a person who has been silent for years suddenly standing up and speaking their mind. Raw, unfiltered, and unstoppable. Imagine someone who has always been accommodating suddenly refusing to bend. Imagine kindness turning into cold, calculated decisiveness. When an INFJ embraces their wolf, it is not reckless rage. It is precise, it is intentional, and it is final. Some people call this the INFJ door slam. The moment when we cut someone off, not out of spite, but out of sheer necessity for our own survival. Others may describe it as a sudden transformation from soft-spoken to commanding, from understanding to unapologetically direct. For some, it manifests in creative expression. The INFJ who always wrote poetry about love suddenly writing about revolution. The INFJ who always stay in the background stepping forward and taking the lead. The INFJ who always said yes finally learning to say no. The power of balance. The lamb and the wolf must coexist. So, what's the lesson here? Should INFJs let go of their kindness? Should we abandon our natural empathy in favor of raw, untamed power? The answer is no. The goal is not to replace the lamb with the wolf, but to balance them. Think about it. The lamb represents everything that makes us INFJs who we are. Our kindness, our compassion, our deep, innate understanding of the world. It is the force that drives us to be gentle leaders, thoughtful creators, and compassionate friends. It is what allows us to connect with others on a profound level and offers a sense of warmth and solace to those who seek it. But, without the wolf, we become vulnerable. We become too passive, too accommodating, and ultimately, we drain ourselves trying to fix others while neglecting our own well-being. We can become martyrs, so focused on serving others that we forget to preserve ourselves. On the flip side, the wolf embodies our strength, the fierce side of us that stands up for what's right. It's our ability to set boundaries, to confidently say no when necessary, and to act decisively when the situation calls for it. The wolf allows us to stand firm in our values, to protect ourselves from being taken advantage of, and to assert our needs. However, without the lamb, the wolf can become reckless, even destructive. It risks losing touch with the very things that make our actions meaningful. The empathy, the compassion, the deeper connection to others. The wolf, left unchecked, can become a force that pushes people away rather than bringing them together. The real power comes from harmony. It's the ability to embrace both sides of ourselves, the gentle lamb and the fierce wolf, and understand when to allow each to take the lead. The true strength of an INFJ lies not in choosing between kindness and power, but in merging them. To be a healer and a warrior, to be soft-spoken but unshakably strong. To understand the world deeply and act with unwavering conviction when the time calls for it. This balance is what sets us free. And it is what allows us to move through life not as passive observers, but as powerful, compassionate forces in the world. Embracing your inner wolf without losing yourself. If you're an INFJ who has always leaned into the lamb's side, the kind, patient, and empathetic part of you, it's time to start integrating the wolf in small, intentional ways. Embracing your inner strength doesn't mean abandoning your gentleness. It's about finding harmony between the two. Here are a few ways to bring out your inner wolf without losing the essence of who you are. 1. Set boundaries without guilt. For too long, INFJs have been taught to be selfless, always putting others' needs before our own. But the truth is, if you don't set boundaries, you'll quickly deplete yourself. The next time someone tries to take advantage of your kindness or makes demands on your time and energy, don't brush it off. Speak up, stand your ground, You can be kind without being a doormat. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's self-care, and it's vital for your mental and emotional well-being. 2. Speak your truth without fear. INFJs are natural peacekeepers, and we often avoid conflict because we fear it will disrupt the harmony. But sometimes, conflict is necessary, and more importantly, sometimes it's the right thing to do. If something needs to be said, don't hold back, speak your truth. You don't need to shout or be harsh, but your voice is powerful, and it deserves to be heard. Speak with honesty and courage, even when it's uncomfortable. 3. Stop waiting for permission to shine. INFJs often wait for the perfect moment to step into our power. We hesitate, wondering if it's time to pursue our dreams or share our ideas. The reality, that moment is now. Stop waiting for external validation or permission. Whether it's pursuing a long-held dream, finally expressing yourself, or making a bold move, do it. The world doesn't need your permission to see your greatness. Let your light shine brightly. It's yours to own. 4. Tap into your inner strength. Building inner strength takes time, but it all starts with small steps. Push yourself outside your comfort zone. Challenge yourself, even in little ways. Take risks that make you uncomfortable, but lead to growth. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, pursuing a personal goal, or facing a fear, every action you take to tap into your evolved energy will make it feel more natural. The more you embrace your inner evolve, the more it will become a part of you. You are both the light and the dark. INFJs, we are not just the gentle souls of the world. We are not just the quiet ones in the background. We are warriors of thought, masters of emotion, and seekers of truth. We are both the light and the dark, and that is what makes us unstoppable. For too long, we've been told that we must choose between kindness and strength, between peace and power. But the truth is, we are all of it. We have the capacity to heal and to fight, to be gentle and fierce. We are the lamb, with a heart full of empathy and grace. But we are also the wolf, with a fire that cannot be contained. So, stop running from your wolf, embrace it. Let it stand beside your lamb, not in opposition, but in unity. Because when the two work together, there is no force in this world that can hold you back. You were never meant to be just one thing. You are the embodiment of both light and dark. And it is this balance that gives you true power. The strength to stand tall in your vulnerability, the courage to speak your truth, and the wisdom to choose when to act and when to hold space. Have you ever felt the wolf inside you stir? Have you ever reached the point where you knew you could no longer suppress it? I want to hear your story. Let me know in the comments below how you've embraced both sides of your nature, how the balance between the lamb and the wolf has shaped who you are. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is just the beginning of a deeper exploration into what it truly means to be an INFJ. There's so much more to discover about our strengths, struggles, and everything in between. Until next time, stay balanced, stay powerful, and never forget who you truly are. You are a force unlike any other. Embrace it.